Welcome back to the second day of TISL. I'm Lindsay Pierce. Yesterday there was plenty of debating and compromises going on, and that looks to continue today. But right now we're going to take a look over at Chris Davis, who has more information on the new location for this year's TISL.
Thank you, Lindsay. In years past, the TISL General Assembly has taken place here behind me at the state capitol. Only this year, different plans had to be made due to the fact that the state capitol is closed for renovation. Chains and fences block off Capitol Hill as construction crews continue to renovate the state capitol. This project left TISL Executive Director Jeff Wilson with a challenge to relocate the annual legislative event.
Well, it's been a big challenge. We've been working with the hotel for a year and a half to plan this. It's a very unusual event for the hotel as well, to have their ballroom configured the way we've got it configured.
With the exception of the AMC3 challenge, all of the events are located within the DoubleTree Hotel. Both the Senate and the House are located within one sectioned-off ballroom, which allows students between sessions to interact with their friends in the opposite chamber. This is something second-year MTSU delegate Rachel Lee enjoys.
I've actually enjoyed it because of the close proximity of everything. So you're able to go to all your different meetings and keep up with your delegation, and you're actually in contact a lot more with the people you came with. Whereas at the Capitol, things are really spread out between the Legislative Plaza and the chambers and things.
And it's views like these that make Jeff's hard work all worth it.
Well, the most important thing to me is whether the delegates are pleased, and they do seem to be pleased, and so that is what we want to hear.
Now, even though the location has changed this year, one thing that hasn't is the students' passion for what they're doing here. Reporting from Capitol Hill for TISL News, I'm Chris Davis.
Thanks, Chris. It does seem like it has been a smooth transition from the Capitol to the DoubleTree. And Katie Myers is in the Senate chamber keeping us updated. Katie?
Thanks, Lindsay. Things are in full swing this morning as senators jump right into debate. Things are already underway this morning at TISL as debates in the Senate become heated. Senators have discussed multiple pieces of legislation. Several of those are in regards to safe-sex education, an act to amend the election procedures, and one of the more controversial bills dealt with the cost of textbooks for college students. Senator Brooke Childers was one of the many opposed to the proposed legislation. Her reasoning?
It's really out of our hands. It's really out of the state of Tennessee's hands until something bigger comes up.
On the opposite side of things, Brooke understands the reasoning behind the bill.
I think that it is far too expensive. You know, we spend well over $1,000 each semester on our textbooks at universities.
After a lengthy discussion, the bill failed. Rocky Graybiel was passionate about a different piece of legislation.
The bill basically provides options for teachers to give students the option to know about safe sex options as opposed to abstinence-only education, which is currently being taught in the state.
His reasoning behind the proposal?
Now many students are in broken homes with one parent, sometimes staying with grandparents, and the school has a responsibility to step in and help educate these kids when it's not being done at home.
The Senate reconvenes later today, and there is sure to be much more discussion over a new list of bills being presented. I'll be back later with all the progress being made in the Senate. For TISL News, I'm Katie Myers. Lindsay, back to you.
Thanks, Katie. We'll be back in the Senate later this afternoon. But over in the House of Representatives, Bill 140 has caused a heated debate. Alex Thomason has more on that story.
Thanks, Lindsay. 3 bills have already been passed this morning, one of which was TISL Bill 140, a controversial bill that would allow colleges to decide whether or not students should be allowed to carry concealed weapons on campus.
This is really a bill that protects student rights, not only on campus but off campus, and our right to self-defense.
The main reason why students or professors would want firearms on campus is for safety purposes, but some House representatives favor alternative self-defense methods.
I believe something else, like our college, they promote martial arts. So that's a really good self-defense.
However, this argument was easily countered.
Firearms can shoot farther, firearms are more accurate, and not all individuals can. Disabled individuals cannot practice martial arts or wield a knife or any other such method of self-defense.
But self-defense wasn't the only topic of debate on the issue.
I'm in strong opposition of this bill being passed because you don't know who might be fine today and not fine tomorrow and snap.
The state of Virginia is a state that allows schools to make make this decision, and Virginia Tech, even after the shooting, has still decided not to allow this. And the reason is Virginia Tech understands the weapons effect, the psychological principle that states it will be worse if we allow this.
The vote on the bill resulted in a tie, which the Speaker of the House, Jessica Watts, broke by voting in favor of passing the bill.
This helps protect those who cannot protect themselves by other methods.
This is Alex Thomason reporting from TISL News. Back to you, Lindsay.
Well, Alex, it looks like things are getting heated in there. Thanks for the update. Reporting for TISL News, I'm Lindsay Pierce. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later this afternoon.